Welcome back to another episode.
Whoa. Just because you're in the middle of this episode doesn't mean you get the intro.
What do you think you are?
Okay, yeah,
Welcome back
Go
to
ahead.
the Valley Sports Talk Podcast, episode 21. Only us three today. Max has moved out to university and he's still settling in, so we gave him the week off. No pay for him this week. Yeah, like we get.
Sorry, bud.
We don't even pay him benefits either. We just kind of kick him to the side. He's the least amount out of people that we like, so.
Who says he like you?
That's
Yeah,
true.
really.
That's fair enough too.
You're assuming.
On
I'm
today's
assuming
episode,
a lot.
we're going to be talking all about our fantasy football draft. We're in round 28 out of 28 as we speak. We started the draft last Monday. We were recording it on a Tuesday, so it would have been a week yesterday. So it's going to take a week and a day to complete the draft. We're going to go over our favorite picks of most of the rounds. We're going to give our standing projections. So each of us are going to rank who we think is going to finish where by the end of the season. And Brandon apparently has a very hard trivia.
It's very hard.
He
yes.
says me and Brayden are going to go 0 for 10.
I hope they
But
do.
I'm
Good. It's all
excited
about fantasy.
But
It's
no,
gonna
I
be
don't
fun.
mind a hard trivia though. That's the thing.
It's only me
It
versus
gets you thinking,
it's only me
right?
versus Brayden, so I got a pretty good.
Good chance.
I got a pretty good chance today.
I agree.
Shit on me some more.
We'll go over Brayden's trades later. He already
Okay,
made
just the
massive
one
ones.
trade. Just the one trade.
If Max was here, I'd freak out at Max more.
Yeah, Max.
Yeah, Max made some bad trades.
Yeah.
Already, and the draft isn't even done yet.
It is what it is.
Do you want to go ahead? Give him a rundown? 'Cause I don't-
We can give him a rundown. Bray, can you just tell everyone how you did in golf today? Braden went golfing for the first time in like 3 weeks.
Thanks for the invite.
I thought you were.
Yeah, we
You were off
assumed you
today?
were.
Uh-huh.
Well, Jesus Christ, that would have been nice to know.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
could have witnessed this. Oh my God, it was funny.
Yeah, so I played like crap today in golf. I shot a 62.
Wow.
I shot a 62
Wow.
after playing
For not
for
nine
not
holes.
playing for 3 weeks, and that's one front nine. That's all I played. Didn't play a back nine, nothing. I started out okay. My drive was good, and then after that,
your drive was a bomb on one, and then you double bogeyed.
and then I double bogey.
It was a bomb, like a bomb.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I
And
killed
then,
it.
so for the people watching the podcast, I'm sure most of you watching are from like the States, so not a lot of people know our course. But hole 4, no one knows, so I'll talk. No, it's a par 3.
Oh my god.
I chunked it a lot on that one.
Braden's first shot went into the water.
Oh, I left?
Yeah, he took a drop.
Put it back in the water?
No,
Somehow?
he took a drop beside the green.
Yeah.
Shot it across the green.
Yeah.
Shot it across the green again.
Yeah, sounds like Brayden.
Shot it across the green again. He was zigzagging. He shot an 8.
Wow, you shot an 8 on
So he was
par 3.
shooting 3,
Yeah.
overshot 4, overshot 5, overshot 6,
And then two
putt
putt.
for 8.
Two putt.
Yeah. Actually, when I hit on hole 4, it kind of went straight, and then it took a hard curve, like it just like bang, and it was in the drink. It's so
And
bad.
then you quad bogeyed 8
Yeah.
Attaboy.
after like hitting a straight drive,
Yeah.
and then it was just not a good
It
round.
was not a good round for not playing for 3 weeks. I thought I was going to do a lot worse, but actually, that's about my average.
The worst part was your drives were good.
Yeah, but that's.
Everything else was ass.
I know, it sucks, but oh well, whatever. Shit happens, folks.
Whose pick are we at? It's probably mine now.
I
let's
think we're
see,
still
we
in
are
Menard,
at-
eh? Yeah, still in
Yeah,
Menard.
we're
It's
still
taking a half
Gibson's
an hour.
finest.
We're in the final round of our 28 round fantasy dynasty league.
I like how with the computer you can see all the pictures of the people, yeah.
Basically, for this podcast, we are looking over, because last podcast we talked about round 1. For a quick recap, Christian McCaffrey went first, Mahomes second, Rodgers third, Henry fourth, Allen fifth, Murray sixth, Herbert 7, Lamar 8, Dalvin Cook 9, and Kamara 10.
This is a dynasty league, by the way.
Dynasty.
So that's why there's so many quarterbacks going around one.
Yeah. I don't know if we're going to talk rounds 2 through 28 because that's a long time, but we're definitely going to start from the top. And each of us are going to say our favorite person that was drafted in that round and our least favorite person that was drafted in that
I'll
round.
start.
Um,
I start?
after that, we are going to talk about our standings, where we think people are going to finish in our league. There's 10 people in our league, so 1 through 10. After that, I have 6 questions that have brewed up in the league throughout preseason, and I want Noah's and Braden's opinions on my 6 questions, and then we will go into trivia as always. So round 2, Noah's going to start.
Oh, not going round 1? We didn't say our favorite picks.
We're going to say our favorite picks in round 1. We did that last podcast.
We
said
did?
that we liked
round
it,
2.
we didn't like
Okay,
it.
round 2.
So for people who don't know, we have 10 people, so this is the first pick, to the 10th. In the second round, it went Russell Wilson, Tyreek Hill, Saquon Barkley, Najee Harris, Jonathan Taylor, Dak Prescott, DK Metcalf, Devontae Adams, Ezekiel Elliott, and Trevor Lawrence. Rounding out the
My
second.
favorite pick of that round is going to be Devontae Adams to Wayne. Wayne had my least favorite pick of the first round, taking Aaron Rodgers. He bounced back, took his other Green Bay boy. He was the third receiver taken. I believe he should have been easily the first. I think he got good value where he's at. My least favorite pick is going to be Gibson's finest at Saquon Barkley at 13? Mainly because of the injury concerns. But then Evan goes and ships him off for Josh Allen, so to Max. That's one of Max's bad trades. So he kind of like made up for that, but I believe Saquon is a bit high whenever you still had guys like Zeke, Aaron Jones, Nick Chubb, even Jonathan Taylor and Najee if you're high on them for Dynasty going ahead of them. So there's my 2 picks for round 2.
Okay. And my 2 picks for round 2, I would have to agree with Devontae Adams. I do believe that, he should have been a receiver that should have went in the first round for his value-wise, but I do think that Wayne got him at a decent time, starting off in the second round, which is good. And yes, it's another Green Bay boy for Wayne, which is good. My other pick that I don't like in the second round would have to be, I don't want to say Tyreek Hill because that actually is a good pick, but I'll have to agree with Saquon Barkley again, all because it was Max's trade. Like, Evan got a steal with Josh Allen. Like, he traded Lamar Jackson to Max, didn't he?
It was Lamar and Saquon.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, Evan got his boy back from Buffalo, and I think Allen's definitely the top 2. Like he's sitting at second for fantasy this year, and I think that's a great pickup for Gibson's finest.
His ceiling is 1, his floor is like 5.
Exactly. So, and you know what? Josh Allen's only going to break that ceiling. He's just going to keep going. Like, he's going to improve so much over this year. I think that we're going to have a great quarterback for Leonard, and I believe that he got the steal on that one.
So I agree with you guys in the fact that Devontae Adams is the best pick in the second round. Just like Noah said, he was drafted at the 208, behind Metcalf.
That's like 18.
18, yeah. Behind Metcalf and Tyreek Hill when he is he's definitely the top quarter, the top.
You could argue Tyreek Hill, but
definitely not Metcalf.
Exactly.
For sure.
My worst pick, sorry Bray, is Trevor Lawrence at 210.
He would have been up there.
Personally, I'm not saying Trevor Lawrence is a bad player, but when you're we don't know if he's going to be good or not. But when you're in the top of the draft like this, it's all studs going. And then for Trevor Lawrence to be your top quarterback is a little scary, just because we don't know what's going to happen. But
unfortunately, thank you. I knew I left it at your house.
We were
because
playing
I
Marathon
honestly,
at
I
the
was
summer
either gonna,
league.
I was gonna take
We
those.
missed that too. Yeah, we're brain got.
Yeah, that's one of our mini games actually. If you guys want to see us play Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games for the Wii, should let us know, and we can make that happen.
Much fun.
But anyways, I would have liked. I didn't want to take Lawrence as my second pick, but with quarterbacks going so quick, it's kind of hard to find a decent quarterback in the second round. It's because I wanted Dak, but unfortunately, like I said, Max got him. Even though that would have been a bit of a not a reach, but a bit of a risk for this year, just because of what happened to Dak last year. But I just think Trevor, that's why they go with Trevor Lawrence. Unfortunately, in the second round.
Moving on to the third round, my favorite pick is going to be Travis Kelce at pick 3.9, which is 29. He was the second. No, he's the first.
No,
first tight end.
the first. Yeah.
First tight end off the board. I feel like the way he plays, maybe not for Dynasty, but if you're going for this year, he plays as a second round talent. So throw at 29, I feel like that's great value for Mark where he got him. And my least favorite pick, the worst pick of the draft, is Wayne taking Leonard Fournette at 23.
At the 303.
303, 23rd overall pick. Like, what are you doing, Wayne? I'm sorry.
Do you have Leonard Fournette as the worst pick of the round?
You have to.
It was either gonna be that or Brady. It was one or the other.
Who would you pick?
Well, I'd actually go with you know what? Not to say that they're both bad picks. Don't get me wrong. So it's hard to decide between the two. But for a running back that had there's so many other running backs that Wayne could have picked from, and he picked Leonard Fournette, I would probably have to agree with you, Noah, that saying that Leonard Fournette was probably the worst pick in that round.
He hasn't been shown that to be that
No,
good.
he hasn't.
He's in a 2 running back system.
I don't
Exactly.
even think he's the best.
I mean,
He's
no,
in a
he's
3
not.
running back system.
Who else is there?
Giovanni Bernard.
That's right.
They said they're going to use him quite a bit.
He's gonna get receiving.
Yeah.
And that's the most important thing.
And
That's
I
what
think-
gets running backs the most points.
And you know what? And I think the best pick in the third round would be, I would go with Well, actually, you know what? Either between Diggs or Kelsey.
Well,
but
pick one.
I know it's so hard. Anyways, you know what? I'm gonna go with Stephon Diggs, just to kind of be a little bit more controversial with you there. I mean, Kelsey is a good pickup for the first tight end to really like the high ranked tight end to go. But I find with being that I did enjoy having Diggs on my team last year, even though the points weren't really there last year. But well, I mean,
He finished as the wide receiver 3.
yeah, but he didn't like not every game he'd go off. Like, you know, there would be like a few games he lacked in points a little bit, but
What, like 15?
something like that. Yeah, I mean that's still good. But anyways, besides that, I believe that Diggs is just gonna get even better this year. Now that him and Allen have a bit more of a chemistry this year, with Diggs coming from the Vikings to play on Buffalo, you know, you have to start fresh again. Which I mean, and I think in this year it's just going to be even better for the both of them.
I agreed with Braden. Unfortunately, my least favorite pick was Leonard Fournette at 303. Just for example, the 2 running backs that went after him were Swift and Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Both of them I would have way rather than Leonard Fournette. And then my best pick was Stephon Diggs being all the way at the 308, the 38th pick, when he wasn't too far behind Tyreek Hill and Devontae Adams. He went a whole round later. So that's a great steal in my opinion. Do you guys want me just to lead off the 4?
Yeah, keep it going, Bill.
I'm going to take credit for myself. I like my pick with Justin Jefferson as my favorite for the round. I was deciding between Justin Jefferson and CeeDee Lamb. I really like how CeeDee Lamb's going to play this year.
They've been looking good.
And then my least favorite would have to be Kareem Hunt at 407. Just because he's the second running back behind Chubb. He does get a lot of the catching work, which will give him lots of points. But for example, the 4 running backs that went after him were Eckler, Dobbins, Gibson, and Mixon. And I would probably take all 4 of those over Hunt. So he's my least favorite for the round.
Okay. Let's see. So next round.
No, you still give your favorite.
You're gonna talk about the 4.
Oh, sorry. Okay, you start off with 4th. My bad. You know what? I have to agree with you with Justin Jefferson, Brandon. That's a good pickup for your team being on for the wide receiver spot. I did like how Jefferson last year played really well.
I liked it too.
I liked it too. Yeah.
Did you have him last year?
No, I didn't.
No, did anybody?
Ethan had him.
Somebody took him on
I got on waivers.
Yeah, but he really stepped it up last year, and I believe that this year's just going to be even better for him too. Now that he's finally got that experience, because he was a rookie last year, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now he's got that. Now he's got that little bit of a taste in his mouth for the NFL, and being in the big star wide receiver spot. I believe that he's just going to get better through this year and be a good point getter for you. My least favorite pick.
Just making sure you weren't looking at my screen there.
No.
I had trivia pulled up.
Oh, sorry, my bad. My least favorite pick. There wasn't really any more quarterbacks besides Jalen Hurts. I can't really put Burrows as my worst pick.
I mean, you can pick them. If Bray thinks I didn't pick Burrow too high at round 4, then
Why,
do.
do you think you picked
I
I
believe that you kind of
I've been
did.
watching a bit of TikToks, and everybody's making me regret my pick, saying
Well,
like,
so
still riding a terrible
in
line.
camp,
He-
the
yeah.
talk is that their offense is way behind schedule, and talks are that he's still afraid to use that knee.
Fair enough.
So people think he's not going to run as much, and apparently in camp, I mean, this will get better with time. This is just what people are saying right now, and I mean, it's expected. He was out a full year with a knee. You can't just come back and trust it right away, especially with the O-line you had. But word in camp is that as soon as he feels a little bit of pressure, he's throwing it away. But that'll just get better with time.
Yeah, well, this is only his second year, right? And when he got in last year and like halfway through the season,
His sack count was insane.
Yeah, like it was bad. Like their O-line was not good.
And it didn't get better.
And if you can't trust your O-line, of course the quarterback's going to throw the ball away. You can only scramble so much till you get sacked and lose yards, right? So you'd rather chuck the ball away than lose yards, which I do believe that you did draft Burrows a little high. But
even if you say that, like what, maybe a round?
Yeah.
a round high, a round or two high is what I would say. I believe that Burrows is where he's supposed to be.
Like if you look at
I just don't think that he should have been taken a round or two lower.
For Dynasty, I'd rather have him over Tannehill, Hurts, Tagovailoa, or Stafford. Maybe the one where I say maybe this year, but for Dynasty, I'd still rather.
For Dynasty, I'd
rather
rather Burrow over Tannehill, Stafford, and Tua, but I wouldn't say Hurts just because of the way he runs. I think Hurts can easily be like a top 8.
Exactly, yeah, and I agree with
Just
you on
'cause
that.
of the
Not just because Hurts is on my team, but
Hurts
I
was
do,
a steal.
yeah, but I do believe that you dropped him a little high, so that's probably my worst pick of the round. But anyways,
I don't think
that's
so.
my opinion. You're on.
I disagree. I'm okay with it. No.
I'm gonna stick on the tight end train. I'm gonna say my favorite pick is gonna be George Kittle to Evan. He was taken as the tight end 3. I just think that he was hurt all last year. You know, people were sleeping on him. I feel like he could have.
I had him.
Yeah, but he was
last year.
hurt.
I'm sleeping on it.
That's what I said. I said he was hurt. I feel like he could have went where Travis Kelce went. I would have been fine with it. And my least favorite pick, I'm gonna agree with Brandon. Say Kareem Hunt is the worst pick. Kareem Hunt is like a maybe 6th, 7th, 8th round guy in my opinion. I don't think he should be going around the 4 range.
Yeah, because Chubb will, like, you guys are right with between him and Chubb. Like, Chubb's going to be getting, like,
Pretty sure
the more the work.
Kareem Hunt was on waivers last year.
I think he was.
He was for sure.
Yeah, because they picked him up because of the allegations against him, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the only reason why they signed him. Anyways, so we'll move on to the 5th round now.
Can you go?
Yeah, you can start if you want.
I had 2 favorite picks.
We can keep going.
One of them was mine, Terry McLaurin at 5.7, and Austin Eckler at 5.2. I believe I got Terry right where he should have been. He's that number 1 guy. He finally got a quarterback that will throw the ball accurately, and Ryan Fitzpatrick, so I think his ceiling jumps up even higher. He's only coming to his 3rd year. And I like Eckler a lot. He's coming off an injury where he didn't play much last year. He's great in the run game, great at receiving back. So I think the sky's the limit for him fantasy-wise. My least favorite pick is going to be Chase Claypool. He had a great rookie season, you know, Canadian boy, so I can't hate on too much. But I believe round 5 is way too high for him. I was thinking around the 9-10 range for him. Looking at guys behind him, you got players
I almost made Claypool my best pick of the round.
Really?
I love
No,
it.
I wasn't going to.
DJ, you know, you got guys like DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, Allen Robinson, Murray Cooper, even Brandon Ayuk, Godwin, Evans behind him. I'd rather all those guys over him. So yeah, Chase Claypool, worst pick.
Okay, so I have to agree with you on the worst pick of the 5th round would be Chase Claypool. I do believe, great Canadian boy, and he had an amazing rookie season for what he played for Pittsburgh. But I do believe that he was drafted a little too high. I do believe that he is down by the 8, 9, 10 round range, which there's so much more that could have been drafted up in that round. Like Cooper Kupp was up there, Keenan Allen, Robertson, like they all could have been before Chase Claypool. Now I'm not saying Chase Claypool is gonna have a bad year. Yeah, whatever. Sorry, I'm slurring my words. Whatever. I'm a little drunk.
Yeah.
But he is a little high up on the up in the draft range, so I do believe that's my worst pick of the round. And I would say probably my best pick of the round would be Daniel's definitely not it. Let's see here. What do we got? Joe Mixon.
I'm never had Joe Mixon fantasy.
I might say
Sorry,
Gibson.
Joe.
I might say Gibson
I'm high
was a decent.
But
Was a
obviously,
decent
Yeah,
pick.
we said the last 3 years.
I know. If he stays healthy.
I say Gibson's a good pick in the round. He's gonna get a great amount of snaps for Washington this year, and I think last year his didn't you have him last year?
I had him for a bit.
How did he do for you
It
last
was
year?
amazing.
And
I
there
gave
you
him
go.
the
Then
ball
that's
for like 2 weeks and then got him back.
Exactly.
I
So
Yeah.
yeah, because you were gonna give me Gibson or Montgomery last year, and I picked Montgomery.
I wasn't gonna give you Gibson. I probably said I was gonna, but I wasn't.
But anyways, I think Gibson was picked right where he was right where he should be in the draft, and he will be a good fit on Evan's team this year.
I'm gonna disagree with Bray. I don't think Gibson was a good pick. I think he was the best pick. Having Gibson at the 505, 55th overall is crazy. Like if you think he's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, the 17th drafted running back, and he could very easily be in the top 6.
The only 2 guys I'd take him over are Fournette, Hunt, and Dobbins.
I would. Yeah, but he can. Like I can.
And I'd argue my picking Clyde.
I think Clyde's going to be a beast this year. I think Gibson is definitely top 8 running back.
Yeah.
Is in
Yeah,
in the topic, and to get him at your 55th pick is great. I mean, I had the next pick, and if Gibson wasn't taken, I was taking him. My worst pick is Josh Jacobs. I don't even really have a reason for it. I just he was a little disappointing last year, fantasy wise, and I just us joining fantasy last year. I don't. I just go based off recency bias, and he wasn't good last year, so I don't like him this year.
Okay.
That's fair. Oh, my dad's here. You can hear his electric car.
Hello, David.
Jesus Christ, look what a fucking electric car sounds
Hey,
like.
keep going.
Next round, my favorite pick has got to be Jalen Hurts to Braden. Seal. Least favorite pick, probably going to be Tua. I'm not high on Tua. I think he's going to be a great quarterback. I'm just not high on his inability to throw the deep ball. Lots of checkdowns. I'm really hoping I traded for Gaskin. I'm really hoping he gets lots of touches. So, 2 quarterbacks there for me, best and worst.
I would have to agree with you with Tua being the worst pick of that round. Only because, like you said, he doesn't. When I was watching the games where Tua would go in, he does. You're right. He does not go for the bombs for the deep throws, which kind of sometimes will hurt you in fantasy because it's all about those yards, right? When your quarterback throws. So that's probably going to hurt a little bit for that. I think my best pick for that round. Yeah, I did actually get Jalen Hurts at the right, at a good time, especially the fact that I needed a quarterback that has NFL experience and is still young in order to improve. So especially with dynasty and all that, so I do believe that I gotta give myself a pat on the back.
I'll give you that one.
Okay.
I should have been probably naming the people who were drafted in that round so people understand.
Other people?
Hmm?
Like other positional players?
Like people watching knows
That's fair.
who we're like comparing to.
Okay, well we can start that in the next one then.
What round are we?
We're in the 6th
We're
round.
in the 6th.
Okay. My best pick is Jalen Hurts as well. Obviously, I
Other quarterbacks taken that round were Tua and Matthew Stafford.
and they were both drafted before Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
I think Jalen Hurts, with his running upside, can definitely be a top 10 quarterback, no problem. If he plays all year. When he did play last year, he was averaging top 6 quarterback numbers. And then my least favorite would be Jamar Chase, just because he hasn't played in 2 years. And in the practices and games that he's been playing in, he's had drop issues, and he's come out publicly and said it's because he's rusty and he's nervous because he hasn't played in 2 years. And to draft a guy that high, sure, he was a top pick. He's most likely going to be great, but for this year specifically, there's going to be a lot of rust in the first probably half of the season that I'm not willing to hold on to this high in the draft.
Okay, going on to round 7.
And in order, round 7 went Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Chris Carson, Jared Cook, Mark Andrews, Amari Cooper, Brandon Ayuk, Baker Mayfield, T. Higgins, and Deontay Johnson.
My favorite 2 picks, one was myself taking Brandon Ayuk, and the other one's going to be Mark taking T. Higgins. They're both second-year players. They both look great. I believe T. Higgins is going to be the number 1 or 2 next to Travis Boyd, and Jamar Chase is going to struggle his first year. And then Brandon Ayuk, he was great last year. You know, he's the number 1 guy in that San Francisco offense. You know, in a dynasty league, having Trey Lance, who can absolutely bomb it. Those 2 will be great for the next 5-10 years. My least favorite pick is going to be Jared Cook. He's a 34-year-old tight end on the downward spiral of his career. Taken in the 7th round when a player like Mark Andrews went right after him. I don't know what Nathan was really doing there. Just not a very smart dynasty pick or fantasy pick in general.
And he's got lots of dropping issues.
Yeah, he's got lots of dropping.
Yeah, there's
While Bray's looking at his stats, my worst was Jared Cook as well, just because it's a lot more glaring when you look at the draft board and see that Mark Andrews was drafted right after him. Obviously, Mark Andrews is a lot younger, a lot more consistent, way better.
Yeah.
My favorite pick was T. Higgins. Like Noah said, second round player. Second year, sorry. Statistically, wide receivers break out in their second year. He's on a great Cincinnati offense that should put up a lot of points, and he's probably with Chase's dropping problems right now, he's probably the number 1 receiver on the team on a good offense. So.
Okay, and I'll have to agree with you with probably going with Jared Cook for the worst draft pick of that round. You're correct where you said, he should have been drafted a little lower, especially with his age and with the downward spiral that he's in. Like, even the stats, I know they're just stat numbers and all that crap, but just by looking at it so far, it should have been way lower on the draft scale. When especially that Mark Andrews was drafted right behind him.
And Gesicki was around him too. I know people's not very high on Gesicki, but he should have went before Jared.
No,
Oh,
and I
I'll
agree with you. I had Gesicki last year, And when I had him for the games before he got injured for the rest of the season, he actually was fantastic for me. Got me a lot of points, so I do believe that. Okay, well, before he got injured, he did well for me, especially with Kittle on the IR at that point. My best pick in that round, in the 7th round, probably have to go to. No, I will give you the pat on the back for getting. God, what's his name? Brandon Ayuk.
Thank you. That's pretty
I
cool.
like the pick as well.
I do like the pick as well,
I like it.
especially with Trey Lance.
I was trying to get Trey Lance later in the draft too.
I wanted Trey Lance.
Especially with this guy, like, he's 23, young, has a lot of development still to come along, which is good. And when you have somebody like Trey Lance, who's just going to get better over the years, I think those two are going to be a good combo with each other on the San Fran offense.
In the 8th round, we had Devonta Smith, Javonte Williams, Myles Gaskin, Chase Edmonds, Jerry Jeudy, Robert Woods, Jarvis Landry, Adam Thielen, Mike Gesicki, and Tyler Lockett rounding out the 8th.
In my opinion, there's only really 1 or 2 good picks in this round.
3, 2, 1. Tyler Lockett.
I was going to say Tyler Lockett's my
Tyler Lockett's not your favorite?
No, he's not mine.
Well, I appreciate it because I chose Jeudy. Jeudy is a great pick. I was happy with him. But Tyler Lockett going 8-10?
Yeah, but he's so inconsistent.
Oh, that was
That's
only 1 year.
He's my worst for this round, by the way.
Tyler Lockett's your worst?
You don't pick.
Are you for real?
Yeah, I am.
He is my favorite by far.
My worst is Javonte.
The only reason
Close.
why.
My worst was Javonte Williams.
I know he's a rookie, but I'd rather take a second-year guy in Gaskin over Javonte Williams.
100%.
Whenever Javonte Williams is going to be fighting with Melvin Gordon.
Yeah,
That's
exactly. That was my reason.
When Gaskin's not really fighting.
Tyler
with
I would
Lockett,
agree.
your beast?
The reason.
How?
Because-
Inconsistency is not okay. Like a receiver,
No,
that's known as like
No.
being really consistent is like I don't know, like a Michael Thomas. The first 2 years.
Mike Evans is very consistent.
The first 2 years
I'm
of
not
Michael Thomas's career, he was
Can I-
super inconsistent. Now he's
I'm not
crazy
saying it's
consistent.
a bad pick.
The Tyler
I am
Lockett
not
pick.
saying it's a bad pick. The only reason why I kind of don't like it is because of how he treated me last year.
Well, give him to me. I will take him, no problem.
Well, no, because he's still a great receiver. It's just we have a love-hate relationship together, guys. So that's the reason why I put him as my last pick. More of a joke, let's say. I know it's not a bad pick. It's a pretty good pick to draft him around that area. I mean, he could have been probably just maybe around the lower, but if he was around lower, he would have been gone. So I believe I got him at the right time, but it's just we just have a love-hate relationship, and I hope this year gets a little bit better for me.
People said his favorite and least favorite. Round 9. My favorite pick is the top 8 running back, making it to the 9th round, in Mike Davis.
Mike Davis.
It's okay, no, I'm kidding. That's not my favorite pick.
And people that were drafted in the 9th round, by the way, were.
Oh yeah.
Do you know names, Braden?
I got it so
Okay.
far. Let's hang
He's
on.
got to click on every name here.
No, I don't.
If you do, then I can do it.
I can do it right now.
James Robinson,
Yeah,
Zach
sorry.
Wilson,
That's
Trey
right.
Lance, Ronald Jones, Trey Sermon, Kenny Galladay, Laviska Shenault, Mike Davis, Michael Carter, and Deebo Samuel.
My favorite picks, I have 2. I was only going to have 1 until today, earlier today. My 2 favorite picks are going to be Trey Lance and James Robinson. James Robinson for the fact that Etienne is out. all year.
Etienne's out.
Who Braden
We'll
traded.
talk about Etienne.
We'll
in a
talk
bit.
about
We'll talk
Etienne in a bit
Okay.
because I don't want to spoil
It's-
my strategy.
Wait, no, there's no strategy.
Yes, there is.
Okay, anyway, my favorite 2 picks are
Shut up, you're a
James
bitch.
Robinson and Trey Lance. Mainly because Trey Lance, I think he's going to be a star quarterback in this league. I believe he's going to beat out Jimmy Garoppolo by the end of the season for that starting role. And James Robinson is going to be the #1 back now. You weren't sure if it was going to be Etienne or Robinson. Now we all know it's going to be Robinson, so he's going to be another workhorse. You know, I traded for him last year, so I know what it's like. And my least favorite pick, I have to see the round. My least favorite pick is going to be probably Michael Carter, just because he's a Jets running back, and Jets running back are always shaky. If I had to go after that, it'd probably be Kenny Galladay. I'm sorry, people.
It's okay. My favorite is Trey Lance. Once he starts, I think he has the capability to be the best quarterback in this draft class. I really wanted him. The only reason I didn't get him is because I don't think he's going to start right away. And I think Fields will start a lot sooner than Trey Lance because the San Francisco starting schedule is pretty easy. They could start off 3-1, 4-0, 5-2, and then you probably don't see Trey Lance for a while. My least favorite pick, I don't want to do it to myself, but I might have to pick Kenny Golladay as well.
He's so injury prone.
I know.
He's in a high receiver room.
All the podcasts I was listening to had him talked up, and then basically as soon as I drafted him, they said that he's got
Questionable.
What's it called?
He's got a hamstring.
Groin. Yeah, hamstring. As soon as I drafted him,
lingered Julio all year last year.
yeah, and as soon as I saw it, I was like,
He injured his hamstring on August 3rd at practice.
yeah.
It's still hurt. It's still
Yeah,
bugging him. Almost 3 weeks later.
So yeah,
I think he's a great wide
he's
receiver.
got the
He's
chance
gotta
to be
stay
great.
healthy, though.
Yeah, that's the
That's-
problem.
yeah.
I remember I tuned Evan last year, one for one for James Robinson, and Kenny Golladay didn't play a game the rest of the season, and James Robinson put up like 20 points a week. For him.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on.
Did Braid?
No, I didn't
Oh,
say
sorry.
that. I was about to say.
Sorry.
I do believe that actually Trey Lance is the best pick in that.
Wayne's one good pick of the draft.
Exactly.
Sorry, Wayne.
Because like I said, with the San Fran offense, Trey Lance is just going to get better, especially when he gets more experience, more time on the field. I do believe that they won't start him out at first. Only they're probably, like you said, they have an easy schedule, and they'll sit him for a bit to get him to watch. Get some more experience. Hopefully, throw him in for a few plays or whatever. Get a good look at what you're dealing
They
with.
should put him in right away. They won't.
No, exactly, they won't. So I do believe that he is the best pick in that. The worst pick, I don't even know who Mike Carter is, to be honest.
He's a rookie.
He's a rookie? Oh, that's okay. I just didn't know if he was out of the league or not or whatever. So yeah, maybe Kenny Golladay. You injured yourself in practice, man.
The next guy
A lot of people
would
are
probably be Tracy.
I
A
know.
lot of people are injured, to be
I
fair.
know.
Okay, we're gonna go 10th. It's gonna be our last round, and then we're gonna jump to our standings. We'll jump to some trivia.
Yes.
For our standings? Should we wait?
Why?
Like we do the entire draft and then we tell our
The
standings?
draft is over.
Okay, never
No,
mind.
it's not.
Okay, never mind.
Number 10, my favorite
Blake.
pick.
Whoa! The 10th round started with
Yeah.
Raheem Mostert, Cortland Sutton, DJ Chark, Noah Fant, Juju, Michael Thomas, Devin Singletary, Noah's Iceman, Matt Ryan,
Best quarterback.
AJ Dillon, and Kirky Cousins.
Right,
Finished it off.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. My
yeah.
favorite pick is going to be Slant Boy. Just for the fact that he went in the 10th round. He has had some injuries, but
Can we just say for people like Braden who don't know who is Slant Boy?
you know Slant Boy?
Braden doesn't know who
Michael
Slant
Thomas.
I was going to say Michael Thomas. You didn't give me a chance to answer. 'Cause that's all he runs is slants.
Yeah, so Max getting Michael Thomas at the 10th round is a steal. He's not going to play for the first 6 weeks. But I feel like when he does play, hopefully he can get connection with, I'm assuming James Winston's going to be their starter week 1. He was the offensive player of the year 2 years ago for a reason. Broke the reception record. I feel like just him sliding to the 10th round is mainly because of the injury, but if he comes back healthy, I don't see why you can't be up there as a top receiver.
No, and I do agree with you on that too. Like Max did get him at the right time. I wanted to draft him
I was gonna
when
take him
when
in the
I was in the
next
round, but I needed I needed a veteran quarterback. I wanted Matt
I
Ryan.
didn't see my worst pick.
I wanted
Yeah.
Matt. Oh, I'll get back to you in a second.
I would have taken Kirky over
So would I.
Ryan.
So would I.
But-
He's my boy.
Yeah.
I just know everybody's just like Kirky. So that's why I needed the veteran experience and somebody that I know that if something's gonna happen, you could fall back on. So that's why I took Kirk Cousins, even though, yeah, there maybe was. You know what? I think I drafted him in the right spot. I can't say-
Nobody picked Kirk Cousins as the worst pick in the round.
I didn't say
No,
my
No,
name.
I'm
know why
not.
you're
I'm not. But
I didn't say my name.
Yeah, I know.
I think-
Nobody
I-
said
I-
anything. Bray just started talking about Kirk.
sorry, I just like Kirk. I like Kirk.
Can I say my worst pick?
Yes, sir.
My worst
Go
pick's
ahead.
my worst pick is Devin Singletary. I think Zach Moss is going to get more volume than him.
I do
I have
that.
the
This
two.
year.
My picks are the same.
And Zach Moss, Bray, when did you take him?
Zach Moss went 2 rounds
2
later.
rounds later.
Yeah.
I think
And,
Zach
and
Moss.
I even looked at the depth chart, and that's why I didn't take Singletary because Zach Moss is going to get most.
Zach Moss is younger and better.
I think he's going to get more.
100%. I 100% agree with you.
I mean, I had same thing. Michael Thomas taking at the 106th round,
Okay.
106th pick, not round, and then Devin Singletary.
For the 106th round, we'd be here. We'd still be here. And we'd be here for another month.
another year.
Yeah.
Bray, did you have Michael Thomas and Devin Singletary?
Yeah, I would have to agree with you on Singletary because Singletary was drafted
Okay.
way too high
This is
up.
gonna
And that's the thing, right? Like when I look at the depth chart between the two, and you look at mostly like stats and all that crap, Zach Moss is way better than Singletary.
You think so?
I think so.
Okay, be well and be fish. Since Beal, you said, okay, so you went same with me, right? Thomas, Michael Thomas, and Singletary?
Yeah.
This one will make you search for a minute. Your steal of the draft.
My steal. of the
One
draft?
player.
Okay, fuck off.
One player. You can scroll down. You can look.
I have it.
I have mine.
I have mine already. I don't even have to scroll down that far, and it's a person I picked.
Okay, so it means you don't have the same player.
Well, I hope not.
What
There
are
was
these
so many
options
people
here?
picked.
Okay, well,
You
I
pick
can
one
find
player for your steal of the draft list.
I mean, we all like our picks a little more, so that's probably why I like it. But
It's not my player.
You didn't
It's
pick
just-
it.
I wanted him. I wanted this guy. He went like 2 picks before me.
all outfits.
No.
Wait, funner?
No.
Okay, well, while Bray's looking, I really like Michael Gallup.
Yeah, he did drop. I'll give you that. I don't think
I picked him at the 13th round, halfway through. The only reason I think he was a steal is because Amari Cooper's injured right now. He's had injury problems in the past. Michael Gallup's young. He's due for a contract next year, and
it's not going to be in Dallas.
and it's not going to be in Dallas. He's probably going to be the top wide receiver in another team,
If not, bona fide number 2.
or number 2, and he is going to pop off next year for sure. And if there's injuries, he could pop off this year. So I was so happy to take him in the 13th round.
Mine is coming out of the 14th round, so
14th
one behind
round?
Brandon.
Yeah.
Is going to be Corey Davis to Matt.
Oh, that's a good one.
I wanted. That's what I was looking at.
yeah.
Too. The
He's
exact same
looked,
thing.
he's looked great
Yeah.
in
When he played for Tennessee?
preseason.
No, he's looked great.
He's
on
a great
in
preseason.
New York.
He's played 3 preseason games. He looked great in all of them.
He's the top target.
He's the top target, and he already started to break out last year.
Yeah.
And now he's the top target. He wasn't
That's
the
a
top
good
target
one.
last year.
No,
That's a
he
good one.
wasn't. But yeah, because he broke it at like the end of the season.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think he had like 31 points in one game at the end of the season
Yeah,
there,
it
when
was
it was
a
already
good
too
guy
late.
for
But
Probably.
I mean,
Do
yeah,
you know who
I
could be
do
the
agree
steal
with that.
actually?
So,
In the 23rd round, my pick again, Sammy Watkins.
he was my second one.
Actually?
He was my second one.
Actually?
Yeah,
Just kidding.
he's number one target.
I know. Remember in one of the first episodes of the podcast, I said
That was
Sammy
the first
Watkins.
episode.
Was it the first
The very
episode?
first episode.
I said Sammy Watkins will be better than Odell, and I got ripped for it. Mark my words, Sammy Watkins 1,000 yards this year, easy.
Okay.
Right? Who's your?
Okay.
You can't pick the same as one of us. You gotta
Okay.
find someone else.
Okay,
Come on.
fine.
There's so many steals.
As we're going on, me and Brandon will start with our final standing projections.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon, you want to go ahead and give us your number 10 overall?
Number 10
Who's
overall.
going to finish last this year and have to sit in Burger King for 4
Oh, yeah.
hours?
So
Brady does not like this punishment.
we,
Oh boy.
as a group chat, we talked. We want to make a punishment for coming in last, just because it'd be
we
funny.
don't want tanking to be a thing.
We don't want tanking to be a thing. So our punishment is you have to sit in Burger King because it's one of our local restaurants. We're a small town. We don't have a lot of local restaurants. So we pick BK. You got to sit there for 4 hours. And what's this?
BK Big Fish.
Is it the
BK
big fish? Every
BK
BK big fish you have cuts off a half an hour of your time.
So in a total, you have to eat 8 in order to just walk right out.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of
That's a lot of
big
big
fish.
fish.
Do you have your player?
You know what? I'd have to put. I think where Tunyon sits.
Robert Tunyon.
Robert Tunyon sits
You
because
like
I think
boy.
Tunyon should have been
My favorite guy.
way higher up because I wanted Tunyon.
He's drafted in the 14th.
Tunyon was going to be my next tight end,
Yeah.
and I believe that this year he's gonna go off for Green Bay.
Hopefully.
I believe it.
Hopefully.
Okay, number 10. Good pick for
I hope you're not watching this. My 10th pick is Wayne Murphy.
Mine as well, just to put that out there.
Yours as well. We
We
all
I
have
have in my bottom 3. I had the 3 newcomers.
Because I put Nathan.
So do I. Who's
I
your
have-
9th though?
Nathan.
So is mine. Is our bottom 3 the same?
I think so. Yeah.
9
Mark
8.
is 8,
Okay,
yeah.
so all 3 of us, we have Wayne, Nathan, Mark.
I'm sorry, guys.
I'll just quickly
Well,
name off.
Let's name their first 5 picks.
Wayne started, I'll just go for a couple quick. Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams, Leonard Fournette, Kyle Pitts, J.K. Dobbins, Jamar Chase, Chris Carson, Adam Thielen. Nathan started Derrick Henry, D.K. Metcalf, Tom Brady, Kareem Hunt, Chase Claypool, Tua, Jared Cook, Jarvis Landry.
Now that I'm hearing that, I think Nathan's worse than Wayne.
That's a bad team, but he's good. Derrick Henry, DK, Chase. And then Mark has Dalvin Cook, Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, Calvin Ridley, Josh Jacobs, Matt Stafford,
Yeah, Matt
T.
Stafford's
Higgins.
starting quarterback.
But then it really gets low, like Javonte Williams, Michael Carter.
Mm-hmm.
Deshaun Watson's his second quarterback.
And we don't even know.
And don't even know if he's going to play. Matt
Yeah.
Stafford is his first quarterback. And then Derek Carr, so he doesn't have a high-scoring quarterback on his roster.
number 7.
Bray 7. This is where I think
This is where it's gonna get.
Bray, who's your 7?
Who would be my 7?
Yeah.
So we knocked off. Let me just cover this up here just so I make sure I got this right. So to put at my 7, I would probably put Max there. To be honest, I hate to put my our boy that we film with every week so low. The only reason why I put Max there is just because of the trades. Now I did make a dumb trade myself, so I can't really
We'll
shit.
talk about that.
But anyways, so I put Max a little low just only because Max's team is
Be confident.
it's decent. It's decent, don't get me wrong, Max. It is decent, but with the trades that have been happening so far, you kind of put yourself lower on the totem pole.
My 7th team is also Max. He did make some questionable trades. So his team consists of Lamar Jackson, Dak Prescott, DeAndre Swift, CD Lamb, Saquon Barkley, DJ Moore, Mark Andrews, Robert Woods. But then he's got people like Michael Thomas, who isn't playing, Jaden Waddle.
Jader.
And then it gets really low from there, like James Conner, who I think is going to be a bust this year. And people like that. Noah, obviously you disagree.
I have Ethan.
You have Ethan?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he was very inconsistent. Yeah, I feel like he was all over the place with his positions.
That's a good thing, though.
Yeah, but I feel like his top rounds were all over the place.
Yeah.
Like in a dynasty, you want to get those
Okay,
your
so-
running back and your quarterback.
Well, he's got Kamara, Wilson,
So, like, that's what
Waller,
I think.
Hopkins,
He has a good-
Tannehill.
I like his first quarterback, but then the second one's Miles Sanders, and I'm a bit iffy on Miles Sanders. I think he's great,
Yeah,
but
I
he's
agree with that.
inconsistent, you know.
Yeah.
And having Russell Wilson and Tannehill as your quarterbacks for dynasty, Wilson is going to be great for the next 4 years. Tannehill might be good this year, might fall off next year.
You know what?
That is true.
I think I also have him actually passed on Dak. I would have rather Dak over Wilson
he took Russell first pick of the second round.
over, and Dak went 5 picks later.
Dak went 5 picks
And I
later.
do-
I'm
and
not
Dak-
going to disagree with that much because I have Ethan as my 5th worst team.
6, you mean?
As my
Yeah, it'd be 6.
6th. Sorry, 6th. Just so for example, Ethan's team went Kamara, Wilson, Waller, Hopkins, Tannehill, Sanders, Johnson, Smith.
I also don't like Deontay Johnson that high.
Yeah, his picks get really,
That's what I mean.
really
he's so
iffy really
inconsistent.
quick. Yeah, like his top's heavy: Kamara, Wilson, Waller, Hopkins.
That's a good top 4.
But
I'll
then it
give him
goes
that.
Tannehill, Sanders, Deontay Johnson, Devontae Smith, Deebo Samuel, Raheem Mostert, Curtis Samuel, McCole Hardman, Jay Crowder.
I do believe that Ethan is. Like,
Jay Crowder. Jay Crowder.
I thought you were giving him like a
Basketball.
short form.
No.
Jameson.
No,
I
I know.
don't give him a
No,
short form.
the basketball player came in mind.
Oh, yeah, but I do put Ethan at 6 too. Just from like, even though he says I'm coming last this year, which is such bullshit because I'm not. I will not sit in BK for 4 hours and eat big fishes. So
So who's your 6th then, Noah?
Braden.
Braden?
I'm sorry.
So you have Max a lot higher than me. And
I
Braden.
do. I like Max's team. I liked it even more until
so,
he traded Josh.
so explain
You have-
why
you
I'm
have
in 6.
Braden
then.
at 6?
I do. Can I see your team? Just because
Absolutely,
I
go
saw it.
ahead.
I saw it on my phone, but then when I was making
Yeah, so go ahead.
So Braden has McCaffrey. Oh yeah, we'll talk about Braden
Braden
now.
would have been higher if he didn't make this stupid trade. I'm sorry, Braden. Braden traded to this man right beside him, Aaron Jones. Braden had Aaron Jones. He took him 3rd round, straight up for Charles Etienne. Etienne goes and is out for all the season. I didn't like it in the first place. Now I hate it even more.
So Braden's team is
Go ahead.
McCaffrey, Lawrence, Etienne, Hawkinson, Julio, Hurts, Mike Evans, Tyler Lockett, James Robinson, Kirk, and then it gets.
So my issues with Braden is your quarterback situation.
your quarterback situation. I believe Hurts will be.
I
top
think
10
Hurts is gonna be good.
But you don't know.
I do. I also think Trevor Lawrence is gonna be good, but at the same time, Hurts didn't play last year until the end, and even the couple games he didn't look great. I mean, he did have an offseason to work on it.
If Jalen Hurts gets hurt, you're in trouble.
Yeah,
Exactly. That's
also-
when I got to start to
I also
worry. I
don't-
know.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I know with my quarterback position, that's where I'm lacking a little bit with with experience and all that crap. But that's right. If Jalen Hurts does get hurt, I'm fucked.
So this is
in
the
quarterback
factor
position.
where I think you should have went Mahomes 1.
Yes.
I liked your 3rd round pick with Aaron Jones
Yeah.
because McCaffrey to Aaron Jones is a big gap, but at the same time, it's not that big of a gap.
It's not as big as
It's not as good as Mahomes to Lawrence.
Yeah.
Yeah, I let Ethan get in my
If you
head
would,
about Mahomes.
if you would have switched that, I would have had you maybe top 4.
Yeah.
But just because of your quarterback uncertainty and the trade you made, I
Well, at least I'm not coming dead last. So that's good.
No, you're not going dead last.
You guys need your 6?
So who? Braden's finishing,
Brady's finishing 6.
and we gave our 6.
I gave myself. Yeah.
You guys both get your 6.
Me and Braden have the same 10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
Me and you just had the same.
I'm putting myself at 5, by the way.
You put your.
I
So
put,
let's
I
go
put,
to
my,
five.
I put myself at 5.
Okay, so you're at 5. Me and Braden have Braden at 5.
Oh, you're hard on my team.
Yeah.
I'm not even looking at your list, by the way. This is like I'm just
so
going off
we
by
just
what
talked
I
about
see.
Braden. He did just obviously get worse with the trade. His trade was for the future. Obviously, taking ETN, he's building for future. I don't think Braden realized how good his team was now.
No,
So
that's
he
I
couldn't-
knew what
but-
I was giving away.
Yeah.
I knew what I was giving away, but like I said, that's why my team is so young because I'm not really. I guess I tell you guys, fuck it anyways. I'm not going for the win this year. That wasn't my plan from the beginning because this is, like you said, this was dynasty, and what you got to keep in the back of your head is when you play dynasty is that you're building your career for the future, and unfortunately sometimes your future means drafting young players right now and watching them grow over the next few years. Yes, I know trading away Aaron Jones was a dumb move, but I knew what I was getting in return, hopefully in value in the next year or two. But unfortunately, now this trade's gotten worse. I definitely lost this trade, and I won't be losing the next one.
Before Noah goes in about his team, Bray, do you have Noah at 4?
I have actually.
Just
I
say
had,
yes or no.
I didn't have them.
You don't have Noah at
Braden's
4?
high on
Okay,
me.
so
I
I
had
have
Noah at
I have
3.
Noah at 4. You have yourself at
I
5.
have
So we
five.
can talk about your team together.
Okay, go ahead.
Noah's team is Herbert, Najee, Clyde, Burrow, McLaurin.
Can I say something first?
Brandon Ayuk.
Before you go, right? Even then, that helps. All my first 6 picks, rookie or second year.
Young, very young.
Rookie or second. I went the same approach.
Chase
as Brady.
Edmonds, Laviska Shenault.
Now, Justin Herbert's a great pick.
Thank you.
He is. It is a good pick. I will give you that. It is.
I like your running back situation, Najee, Clyde, and Chase. You can keep them all forever.
Yeah.
You have
McLaurin.
McLaurin. McLaurin's probably someone you'd want as your second wide receiver, but still a good first pick. Brandon Ayuk could go off this year. You got back Myles Gaskin as a 4th running back.
Yeah, I trade. I know you think I lost that trade.
I do personally, just because things I've heard is Gaskin will get
But
rid
then
of.
I also just backed up.
Yeah, but that's not a reason you make a trade. And then you got the Browns. You got the Detroit top wide receiver in the 14th. I like your team. You're 4th in my opinion. What do you think about your own team there?
Like I said, I went into the draft at the start knowing I wasn't going for this year. There's also obviously a lot of guys that were taking older players. Like I think it took me like 12 rounds until I took a player over 25. Mainly for the fact that I was building for the future, taking players with high upside. Same approach that Braden was sort of saying there, that could lead me in to the future. I'm very high on my first 4 in Herbert, Najee, and Clyde. I think Clyde's going to have a very good year this year in the Chiefs offense. Najee looks like he's going to be a star in the Pittsburgh offense. He's going to get fed the ball with Big Ben. And then my 2 quarterbacks, both second years, both top quarterbacks in their draft. Burrow would have probably won the Offensive Rookie of the Year if hence he didn't tear the ACL. I think I had a pretty solid draft. I don't think I'll be going for it this year. But in my later rounds, I did take a bunch of veteran players who I could sell at the deadline for younger players. Not tanking, just to sort of
No,
get some value
but
for them.
I get where you're coming from though. Like I see,
But
like you're taking the same approach I was trying to draft for later on down the road.
Yeah.
But also you're taking some names that were also going to help you too.
The one thing I'm a bit iffy on is my tight end situation.
Yeah, their tight end situation is not.
I love Logan Thomas.
Who was your first?
No,
You only need one tight
You
end.
took a while to take tight end.
Yeah, my tight ends are Johnny Smith. I'm hoping Hunter Henry gets hurt, which he's known to do.
Yeah.
And then Gerald Everett in Seattle could be a
I like
great
him.
one in the 22nd round. That's the thing with tight ends, though. Tight end really doesn't matter. You only need one of them. I really like your pick with Logan Thomas.
Thank you. I think he was the guy I'm referencing to. He's 30.
Yeah,
Right.
you picked him in the 12th. No Fant. He's still young in the 10th round. Definitely could.
And he has the same name as me, so we have a connection.
True. And you picked a guy with my name as well.
Did I?
Brandon Ayuk. Okay, so
4.
Braden, you don't have Noah at 4.
Or he doesn't get 3. Very
So
tight end.
you haven't talked about your 4th?
No, my
Who's your
4th Max.
Your 4th is Max, who we've already
I just think Max
talked
has a great group of players. Until that quarterback, I had him higher. I just think his top 3 in each category, being running back and receiver, are great.
See, that's where I disagree. He's got his top 3 running backs are Swift, James Conner.
His top 3, he took Klein as the second running back.
Well, he
Just
took
Saquon
Gibson,
now.
who he traded,
I
and Sermon, who he traded.
Maybe
so
I-
his
maybe I-
top 3 is Swift, Barkley, who isn't going to be a number 1 guy until at least like week 4, 5, 6,
Maybe I'm
and then his 3rd is James Conner.
and Chase Evans is going to be my guy.
That's
Chase
why
Evans.
I.
Maybe I have a bit
That's
Max
why I
fifty
put Max.
high.
I think you have Max.
Yeah,
Max
I
at
think
high.
you did. Yeah.
Maybe I'll give me and Bray the nod over Max.
There you go, Max, you're dropping. So who do you? So that's your 4th.
That's my 4.
And I have you at 4. Who do you have at 4?
At 4, I had Menard at 4.
You had Menard at 4.
I had Menard at 4. Because
We
we'll
haven't talked about Menard yet.
Okay.
So Menard's team is Josh Allen, Antonio Gibson,
Great trade. by
Stephon Diggs, George Kittle, David Montgomery,
I haven't seen a miss yet.
Allen Robinson,
Still none.
Mike Davis, DJ Chark, Robbie Anderson, Melvin Gordon, Mike
Nice.
Williams.
There's one miss in those top 13.
In his top, yeah. So Menard's got a great team.
Yeah.
So why is he at 4 for you?
Who's above him, man?
At 4 for me because with him securing Allen over Lamar Jackson puts him up higher.
So you would have had him lower if you didn't trade for Josh Allen?
I'm not saying that. It's just with Allen on his team, it helps a lot. Like it helps him a lot more. And I think him getting rid of Saquon actually will benefit Menard at the end. And the rest of his team is actually pretty consistent wise with his draft picks. So,
I had Evan at 3, just to put that in.
I have Jay at 3.
I also had Jay at 3 because technically Jay's
You were at 4. That's your 4th pick.
yeah. So that's my 4th pick. Yeah,
You put yourself at 1, you cocky bastard.
I put him at 1.
I did too, but he put himself
My
at 1.
team is better than
Your team
everybody
is great.
else's. Yeah,
I don't
my team's
know.
bad.
I'll give you props for that. You drafted him.
Yeah, he did, and he got
Okay,
he got
so
a deal.
we'll go over
You and
Jay.
me have Jay at 3. You have Menard at 3.
I have Menard and Jay switch.
And you already said.
I have Jay, who's my second team.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys want to go over my punishment.
So basically, we wanted people to make their own team, suffer their own consequences, die by their own sword. And word got out that Noah was helping Jason draft.
Which I was. I'll be in there.
And we
Good,
we found this out in like the 15th round of our draft. So we told Noah that pick. He had to pick the worst defense in the league.
I didn't take the worst.
He didn't take the worst, but he took the Falcons.
I took my
So
favorite
It's
team.
pretty close to the
They were
worst.
the 4 for us.
So in-
Okay.
For example, like we had who went around your pick. There was
I
like Russell Gage.
I got Russell Gage in a trade, but I was going to take Gage.
Russell Gage, Marvin Jones, number 1 in Jacksonville, Amari Rogers, Hunter Henry, Nelson
I
Aguilar.
was going to take him too.
So there were still decent players going, and Noah had to take a defense in the 15th round. And Jay, because he's not as big in the football as the rest of us. Even though he
That's
won,
all
he got
the
out of it. We gave him a smaller punishment, so Noah had to draft a defense in the 15th. We made Jay draft a defense in the 20th. In the 20th round, he took the Packers, who aren't the worst defense again, but in sleeper they were ranked at the bottom in ADP average draft position.
Yeah.
So we're okay with that. So we have Jay. Jay's team is Patrick Mahomes, Ezekiel Elliott. I do it every time. I do it every time. I'm used to like The Walking Dead. He's a character in there.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Nick Chubb, AJ Brown, Austin Eckler, Cooper Kupp, Chris Godwin, Mike Gesicki, Zach Wilson, AJ Dillon, Carson Wentz.
Just an all-around. good
Higbee
team.
in the 14th, love that pick. Great team. He obviously got Patty Mahomes. He's locked that down. I think Zeke is in for a bigger year. Unfortunately, AJ Brown just came with a little injury. Hopefully, he gets back in time. Cooper Kupp.
Was it a
Austin
hip?
Eckler. I'll click on his name right now.
I think it was a hip.
Yeah, something like that. Ray, what do you think about Jay's team?
I think Jay's team's pretty good. Besides it
Brown
being,
reported to practice yesterday.
besides being that it's mostly Noah's second team.
It's my second team until pick 15.
Okay,
Exactly.
so I hate to interrupt.
Yeah.
AJ Brown was at practice yesterday
Okay.
without any protective gear on his knee.
So it's some of his knee.
That's good though. He didn't have any protective gear on his knee.
Yeah, like
So,
a brace.
Yeah, so must be getting better then.
It
Hopefully.
said it doesn't seem likely that he'll play in the preseason game, but
I didn't think he was getting it.
he's
No.
expected to be ready for week 1, so that's good.
So he's fine.
That's good.
But anyways, I do like Jay's team, like with Mahomes, Ezekiel Elliott, Nick Chubb, AJ Brown, like going all the way up to pick 15, which was, like I said, Noah's second team.
Not bad.
I do believe that where Jay sits right now, he'll be finishing in the top 3.
Going back for his back-to-back crown.
Yep.
And number 1, the man, the myth, the legend.
Number 1,
He's
we all
on.
have me.
He's on the. Yeah, we have you.
Yep.
You drafted well.
My team is Kyler, Jonathan Taylor, Justin Fields, Justin Jefferson, Joe Mixon, Aaron Jones, Cooper, Judy, Galladay, Juju, Cam Akers, Gallup, Mooney.
The only picks I don't like are Mixon and.
But even in saying that you don't like Mixon, he is healthy right now. He's going to get 20 touches a game, and he catches the ball.
Yeah, I know. I just don't like him.
If he gets hurt.
And he's got a bad offensive line.
Yeah.
Those are my names.
Well, like, so my quarterbacks are Kyler and Justin Fields, and if Justin Fields doesn't start week 1, I got Sam Darnold or Ryan Fitzpatrick, who both are in good offenses. My 3 running backs are Taylor, Mixon, Jones.
I like the 3.
And then my top 3 wide receivers are Justin Jefferson, Amari Cooper, and Jerry Jeudy.
Very young.
Very young.
Cooper throwing some veteran in there.
Yeah, and then if Cooper's hurt, I still got Galladay, Juju, Gallup, or Mooney.
I like Mooney a lot.
Yeah, I do too. I wanted Mooney, but
And then obviously I got
drafted in that
Sammy
round.
Watkins. So, so yeah, those are all of our teams. Those are the draft. Obviously, we didn't tell you guys past round 10. There's just a whole lot of. It was basically just rookies and just
Veterans.
dart throws.
Yeah. And then, well, we'll be covering that on next week's podcast, anyways.
Covering what?
Like the rest of our draft.
You think so?
Are
Why? Are we?
we? Are we
You
now?
said you run
Think so?
I don't know. I thought
Buddy.
we would.
Me and him. B was 26. Me and Max are 25. You're 24. Know your role.
Don't even worry about it.
He's doing the math.
What?
Okay, let's get on
That's
some
all right,
trivia.
bro.
Trivia, grab your
All right.
clipboards, prepare to go. Oh no, quickly.
What?
We gotta go through this quick.
Good question.
Yeah, my questions. They're quick hitters. Quick hitters.
Yeah, I love black.
I would like a little bit of input though. Okay.
That's one's got an eraser.
Who will be the Saints quarterback going into week 1?
James Winston.
Why?
He looks way better than Taysom Hill and Creasy.
Right?
Say the same thing.
I totally agree. Who will be the Broncos quarterback going into week 1?
Drew Lock. He's looked better in preseason.
Teddy Bridgewater looked really good
I
last
gotta
week.
take call, boys.
Who will be the Patriots quarterback going into week 1?
Cam Newton.
I think Cam Newton as well. Who will be the 49ers QB going into week 1?
Jimmy Garoppolo.
What week would you put Field in?
4.
Which week do you think he will be in?
3.
3?
I say Fields goes in week 1.
Wow, they already named.
They said Dalton's starting week 1. I think he will start week 2. I think Donald
Who do
will
they play?
the Rams.
Week
Week
1.
one.
They're getting smoked.
They're gonna get smoked. Dalton's gonna get concussed by Donald, and then Justin Fields is gonna start. Last question: the Ravens are tied with 19 straight preseason
Yes,
wins.
they're winning.
Their streak, they could set a record winning next week. They play Washington. Will they win?
Yes.
Washington's good. It's gonna be
Yeah,
a
but I
good
don't
one.
think Washington.
I'll have to watch that. I had no idea.
It's week.
Usually that's when they start playing their starters.
Like their starters will probably play the first half. So whose starters do you trust more, Washington or the Ravens? I think the Ravens will win it too. But anyways, history could be broken next week.
All right, let's get trivia.
Okay.
Not a bug.
Question 1: what round was the first tight end drafted? Bonus for guessing who picked the first tight end. Right, lift your board so no one can't see.
What round was it
I got caught.
in? Okay, got it.
Bray?
It was,
Wayne in the
I
second?
know what it is. It's Mark took Kelsey in the 3rd round.
Mark in the
That's
third?
right.
Yes.
Yes, you're right.
Noah's got 2 points.
That's right.
Noah's
I
2
forgot
for
about
2.
Kelsey. I was thinking about Kyle Pitts.
Even then, Waller and Kittle both went for pick.
That's right. Yeah, you're right.
Wayne in the 7th? Jesus
It was Wayne in the
Christ,
Kyle
Brady.
was in the 4th.
That's right. I forgot about Kelsey. Anyways, okay.
Who has the most tight ends on their team? Bonus for how many they have. Flip.
Wayne is 5.
Wayne with 5, Braden with 4. Wayne and Jay both have 5.
Okay.
So I get half.
Noah gets 2 points.
I
We
get
got
2.
Wayne
Okay,
and 5.
Okay, cool. So I'm at 4.
Brady, we were talking about this at golf. We literally said Wayne has 5 tight ends.
Jake's took 5 tight ends.
Jay has 5 tight ends as well.
I
Just
know-
for example, in our league, you have to start 1 tight end, and they both have 5. Pretty
I
crazy.
know Wayne has a lot.
I have 2.
I have
I have 4.
I think I have 3.
I'm sticking with 2.
That's like
Maybe I have 2.
Let me explain this question if you guys don't get it. Which NFL team was the first in our draft to have their starting QB and running back taken?
Okay, I get it.
You get it?
Yeah.
Do you get it, Bray?
So the first. Okay,
Which
so the
NFL team had
yes.
their first quarterback and running back drafted?
Okay. First quarterback.
So you're naming a team.
Oh, okay, good.
I know.
Like, for example, say, I'm thinking of a terrible team, so it doesn't matter. Like Melvin Gordon and Drew Lock. That would be the
Oh,
starting
okay, yeah,
QB.
yeah. Okay, I get it.
So who was the first team to have that taken? Noah has his answer. Noah seems pretty confident.
I'm trying to. I know where these 2 players went. I'm trying to think if there's anybody that went in front of them. I don't
Noah hasn't gotten a question wrong yet.
There isn't. I don't
You're
think
4
there
for
is.
4.
I watched the draft, bro.
Yeah, I told you guys last week it was going to be.
I
like
see.
the
This
draft.
is the
Study
stuff
it.
I'm good at. I'm good with little
Study
details.
it. Study it. Bray, if you don't know, I'd put it. Think about a team with a good quarterback and a good running back.
That's what I'm thinking about right now.
Write them down.
One came into my head right away, but it was wrong. Like this one's right before it.
Okay.
That's incorrect.
Okay, Bray, what do you say?
Got it?
Green Bay. No, it says Cowboys. It is Dallas by 2 picks.
Okay.
Zeke,
Dak,
Zeke
yeah.
and Dak both
That's
second
right.
round.
You're right.
Aaron Jones went in the third round of you.
Yeah.
third round first pick.
But that was
Okay,
the
yeah.
second.
Bray,
round.
you have no points.
I have 6.
And Noah has.
I'm never gonna win.
No,
I'm
you
never
have
gonna
I
5.
have 5. I
trivia.
have 1 point.
I'll never win trivia.
This is a little tricky question.
Okay.
Who was the first backup quarterback drafted? Bonus for what round?
Like
First
second
round.
quarterback taken.
Who was the first backup quarterback?
Like actual back. Like he's lit in the depth chart. He's a backup quarterback.
Yes. And what round was he drafted in? This could be controversial. Think about it, Bray.
I'm thinking about it real hard right now.
You have no points. You really need this.
Thanks, Dave. Damn.
Bray did not analyze the draft.
I did not. I thought the questions would be a little bit easier.
This could be very controversial.
I know my answer could be
Okay,
very
hang
controversial.
I got 2 people in my mind right now.
Backup quarterback.
Who was the first backup quarterback drafted and what round?
First backup quarterback.
I'm gonna argue it. I'm gonna argue my point if
If it's this person.
if you give me the wrong answer.
Oh my God! Think, Braden. Think.
If you don't know, just pick the round. You can get a point at
Pick
least.
around.
Bray doesn't have a quarterback, but he says the 13th round.
I have Justin Fields in round 3.
Justin Fields in the 3rd.
It was
is
right.
correct.
So the only
That's
other person
correct.
is Trevor Lawrence.
I keep thinking
Yeah.
of
They
But
have-
Trevor Lawrence isn't. Trevor Lawrence is starting.
They haven't named it yet.
But
That
he's
was-
starting.
That was my only.
Let's be honest.
That's
What
right.
am I? 5 or 5?
No,
I kept
it's
saying. I was thinking
5
Fields
for
was a
5.
starter again.
No, you're 7 for 7.
There's 7 questions already.
No, we've done 4, but with bonuses,
Oh,
you have
okay,
7
okay.
points. Question 5.
Oh, there's
How
10
many?
of these?
Yes. How many teams in our league have less than 4 quarterbacks? Bonus for guessing the
How
teams.
many teams or the person?
Guess the team. How many teams have less than 2, and then tell me who the teams are that have. Sorry, less than 4, and tell me the teams that have less than 4. Tell me how many, and then tell me.
How many teams in total?
Yeah. So there's 10 teams. How many of the 10 have less than 4 quarterbacks? And then tell me the people who have less than 4.
This is the one person I'm gonna get wrong. Fuck. I have 3 guaranteed that I know of. I don't remember
Jen
late,
got
late
it.
rounds. You got all your team?
I think so. Yeah.
Ray, did you take 1 3?
You don't tell.
I'm just trying to see if I can get it out of them.
Yeah. Your wizardry won't work on me.
Less than 4.
I know 3 guaranteed. Do I?
That's right. Doubt yourself. Doubt yourself hard. Think about all your life decisions that you made.
This is definitely gonna be wrong. Okay, I got it.
Braden, you said how many?
3.
3, and who are the 3 people you said?
Evan, Wayne, and Jay.
Took less than 3.
3 less than 4 quarterbacks.
Yeah,
Bray
okay,
says
I
less.
took 3, so I know that I am one of them. I said you, me, Jay, and Mark.
So you said
I
4.
said 4.
Okay, so you get 1 point because you are one of the people who
I know
took
I
less
got
than
it.
4.
I only have
There was
3.
only 2.
Me and you.
No,
Me and Jay.
I have 4.
Me and Jay.
You and Max. Max only has 3 as well.
Okay. I thought since Mark started taking quarterbacks so late,
Mark
he
took
wouldn't-
him late. Yeah.
he wouldn't have it.
Because I had 4.
So I got one
I
point.
have 4.
Bray got
quarterbacks.
none. You got 1. You got 1 of 3. Bray got none of 3. Okay, question 6. No bonus for this one. There's no bonuses anymore.
Okay.
How many running backs were selected in the first 2 rounds?
First 2?
First 2. Use some math here, folks.
There's 10
Braden needs points, so if neither of you get
Hang on, I
it,
gotta
closest without going over.
The first 2
will get it.
rounds?
Yes.
Okay.
I can't count. I shouldn't count my fingers then, Brady.
Bray's just-
Sorry, right.
closest without going over. If neither of you get it, we'll get the point. We'll do like a little like Price is Right style. You can't go over. First 2 rounds, so it's 20 pos. Could be 20. Between 1 and 20.
Shut up. I need a king.
I need a kink. I need to think. How long has this podcast been going for? This is the long ones.
10.
110. Geez, you're welcome,
I'm going
guys.
with-
You're welcome, guys. This is a long one. I hope you guys like it though. We really liked fantasy last year, and we were really excited to do a dynasty this year. So we like to share a league with you guys, and this is just a little fun trivia to see how little Braden knows about the league and how much Noah knows about the league.
Oh shit. Apparently. All I know is what person.
I'm not very confident in this one.
Okay, reminder, if neither of you get it, person who's closest without going over. Braden.
10.
10?
7.
The answer was 8. So Noah gets the point because he
Fuck
didn't
off.
go.
I got 6. Who was the other 2? It went McCaffrey, Henry, Cook, Kamara, Najee, Saquon. That's all I got. Zeke. I missed Saquon.
I
had Zeke in my head.
I counted
And
Zeke.
Jonathan Taylor.
Oh, that's who I missed it.
Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah.
I put 7 because I knew I was missing a couple.
Alrighty.
Question 7. How many people chose a quarterback with their first pick?
There's 10 picks.
There's 10 picks, so
Okay,
between 1 and 10.
Okay, got this.
Again, without going over. Closest answer without going over. My next question is going to be hard, and the last 2 are pretty easy.
Good math, Noah.
Good, Matt. No,
Brain. Thanks, Brain.
Braden, you literally just have to remember who was drafted in the first
I know, but
There's
I just gotta think about
Basically,
it.
how many quarterbacks went in the first round? It's pretty simple,
I got
right?
it. I got it. 100% I got it.
I hope you don't.
I hope I do.
Okay, I think I got it.
Bray still doesn't have a point, by the way.
Yeah, I got this.
Okay, Bray, what do you say?
4.
No.
6.
The answer is 6.
Damn it.
Mahomes, Rodgers, Allen, Murray, Herbert, Lamar.
That's who I was missing. Herbert and Murray.
This is the question. I don't think either of you will get this one. How many Green Bay Packers does Wayne have on his football?
Oh, for
on
God's
his
sake.
dynasty
I
team?
don't even know.
Without going over.
I know for sure he has this many, but I don't know if he took any others. Like, I don't know. I don't.
Right?
I said 6.
You said
I guess.
3.
6 is the correct
Really?
answer.
I guessed.
He's got
I think it was 3 for
he's
sure.
got Rodgers,
Rodgers.
both Rodgers.
I didn't take Murray.
He's got
Devontae.
he's got Devontae, he got Randall Cobb, Lazard, and then I count. He's got somebody else. Who am I not thinking of? He has somebody. He has somebody. Does he have AJ Dillon as well? No, he has somebody else. Anyways, Bray got it.
Good job, Bray.
During this draft, how many trades were completed? Bray got a point finally. Braden,
3.
4.
there was 4.
Yeah.
Max and Evan traded.
Max
twice.
7 traded twice. And
Yeah, I
then
counted
you guys-
those. Yeah.
You and
And
me.
then-
Oh, I
And then
forgot
you.
about you. That's right. I just remembered about Max because this was.
Final question. Noah won this one by a landslide.
Nice.
How many picks
I got one
were
question.
in our entire draft? This is really easy.
This is a math question.
It's really easy.
Oh, like total?
Yes. How
Out
many
of all
total
the-
picks were in?
How many
the
players
draft?
got taken?
How many players got
Oh,
taken?
okay.
Put in players. I'm counting defenses. How many picks were made
Okay.
in this draft? Total.
Right, just a math question.
Right. It's
I know.
pretty simple.
I know. I'm just trying to think.
Watch me get this wrong. I say it's math.
That'd be bad. That would be very bad.
No, there's no way I can get this
You
wrong.
can't get it wrong.
If I get this
It's
wrong,
just one
if I get
mul-
this
it's-
wrong,
it's a
I
little
shouldn't be
multiplication.
I shouldn't be a teacher.
Bray.
Oh shit. Okay, never mind. I got it now. I got it. Okay, hang on.
Praised it.
No, have you been keeping your score?
No.
Damn it. I want to know how many you have. You probably have like 10 to 1.
No, more than 10 because I got the bonus. I only got one.
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah.
only got one wrong.
Well, you had the first
The one I
7.
got was Wayne's wrong.
Right. Yeah, that's crazy.
Bray,
Yeah.
don't double think it.
Bray. I
got
got
it.
it. I got it. Shut up. Shut up. Hang on. I got.
You've already lost. You get 10 seconds. 10,
10's giving him a lot of credit.
8 seconds, 7,
Got it.
6, 5.
I had a boy.
Bray and Noah both 280. There we go. It
Sorry.
took Bray that long to
Bray-
do 28 times 10.
I have to columns. I have to think. Okay, I have 10 columns and I have 28. And I have 10 players and 28 columns. What's 10 times 28?
You wrote-
And then my brain was starting to fry out because I was like, okay, is it 281 or is it?
You wrote 280. You wrote. Okay, guys. If you enjoyed watching, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, check out our podcast on Spotify. Make sure you check out our mini game on Saturday. Big golf game coming this week. We'll see you then. Peace.
Peace out, boys and ladies.